This is a presentation of Magnitude Sports.
And he's going to get that base hit. Landon Donner is going to round third. They're going to send him, and the throw's coming in. It's not going to be in time, and he slides in head first for the win. Now, looks to be that one's hit well to left field, and it might have a chance, and it is gone. It is a two-run home run for Andy Mock. And the Stars are on the board. It's 2-0.
And now, the cameras are ready. The headset is on. It's game time.
All right, welcome. We're live here at the 2021 18U PG Midwest Kansas City Topeka High School Tournament. It's the second to last pool play game here for the Post 400 Stars, who'll be the home team on the scoreboard today, taking on Strike Zone 18U from the Olathe Sports Facility in Olathe, Kansas. And I see we spelled that wrong there, so let's spell it right here really quick. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Now it's spelled correctly. Now I can move on with the broadcast. Sunny skies, 84 degrees. Should be clear of any storms tonight like we were last night. We're looking at sunny skies all the way up until sunset, which is set for about 8:45 this afternoon. This game getting on a little bit late as the game right before it went a little bit long. Matter of fact, they ended that game at the end of the sixth inning due, I guess there's a time limit. I'm not sure what the time limit is, but because I wasn't here for the start of that game. So, but we're looking at about low to mid 80s, 84 through the next couple of hours. Might drop to 81 by the time we start game number 2. And then sunset at 8:45, and then into the evening we'll hit the high 70s, 77, 78, as we approach the end of game number 2. I'm guessing somewhere in that 9 to 10 o'clock hour range, probably in the late 9 o'clock hour range, since we're getting about a 20-minute late start here on this one. But certainly want to thank you for tuning in here, and it's been a fun day today. It's been hot down here, but not any, maybe a little bit hotter than what we're used to. I mean, we've had 90s and 100s in North Dakota as well, but nothing that we can't handle, that's for sure. So I won't be able to pull this up on screen, but I can give you some information here as far as standings and etc. Other games today in the same. Not in the same pool as well as the other pools that could potentially be playing Post 400. Kansas Curve defeated 643 Kansas City 8U, or check that, 643 KC 18U defeated Kansas Curve 9-7 in the 8 o'clock game this morning. And then Cheyenne Post 6 blanks Urquhart 13-0, if I'm saying that right. Urquhart would get blanked again by 643 Kansas City 18U 9-0 in the 12 noon game. Kansas Curve would come back and defeat Cheyenne Post 6 4-0. And then a game here that we're going to be keeping our eyes on, the Wolf Electric Wildcats against the team we saw yesterday, Mackensites. The game currently tied at 0-0 in the top of the first. And then Mackensites will have the team that the Stars are playing here in their next game. They'll have the Strike Zone 18U. And then the Stars will take on the Wolf Electric Wildcats in the scheduled 8 o'clock game tonight, which might be closer to 8:30. Depending on when this game ends. When it comes to the pool standings right now, the Wolf Electric Wildcats that are 1-0. They have allowed no runs and they've scored 8. The Stars are sitting at number 2 with that 6-6 tie against Mackensites yesterday, and then Strike Zone coming at number 4 in Pool B with an 0-1 record, as they lost to the Wolf Electric Wildcats yesterday 8-0. In Pool A, you have the 643 Kansas City 18U Scout team, they are 3-0. They have scored 26 runs, allowed 9. Kansas Curve has outscored their opponents 20-10. They're at number 2 in Pool A. Cheyenne Post 3 is at number 3 in Pool A. They have scored 15 and allowed 12. And Yercourt Baseball is sitting at number 4. They've scored 1 and allowed their opponents to score a total of 31 runs. Now the tiebreaker, and the reason why I say the game against between Wolf Electric and Mackensites is important is one we want to keep our eyes on there is because it will play a role in what the Stars may likely play tomorrow. It's not official if they'll play tomorrow night, but it will likely go that way. And then as far as the tiebreaker rules are concerned, the overall record winning percentage is the first tiebreaker. And then if two teams are tied, in this case, Post 400 and Mackensites are tied right now. So if the two teams are tied, it would be the head-to-head winner. So we had no head-to-head winner in that game. So we go to tiebreaker number 3. And if one team has defeated both or the other teams, then that team advances. And if not, then we go to the number 4 tiebreaker, which is total runs allowed in pool play. So it looks like the tiebreaker will come down to that total runs allowed in pool play, as with the game tied 6-6, both the Mackensites and the Stars have allowed 6 runs. So you're hoping here that if Strike Zone does score tonight, that they score less runs than Mackensites' opponent right now, which is, I'm looking here, hang on, the Wolf Electric Wildcats. And that is going to be an interesting matchup. And we'll keep our eyes on that one because Wolf Electric, I saw them play a little bit yesterday, and they look absolutely like a really, really good baseball team. So we'll see Wolf Electric in the second game tonight for the Post 400 Stars. But first, they got to take care of business here at Strike Zone 18U. So the number 1 goal here is to win this game, and the number 2 goal in this game for the Stars is to hopefully allow less than 2 runs, 0, 1, or 2 runs at the max, and then you got to win the game. Because the 4th tiebreaker, let's say that Mackensites scores 2 against Wolf Electric and the Strike Zone scores 2 against the Stars here today, then the next tiebreaker would come down to runs allowed minus the one of the 3 games where you allowed the most runs. So for the Stars at the moment, that would be 6 runs. So they would. So it gets a little bit crazy there, and they have up to 9 different tiebreaker scenarios, but I don't see the Stars needing to go beyond that 4th, possibly 5th tiebreaker. The 5th tiebreaker is total runs scored in pool play, while the 6th tiebreaker is total runs allowed, subtracting the games with most of the runs allowed in pool play. And then if they're still tied, which it's very possible, you got the runs scored by inning with the first game until one team has more runs after a complete inning, starting with the pool games. So if you followed all that, I know that's a lot to keep up with here. So and then if all comes to worst, right now Stars 2, Mackensites 3. Wolf Electric Wildcats 1. So if worst comes to worst, the 9th and final tiebreaker is whichever team happens to be in 2nd will take preference over the team that's in 3rd in the standings. So I guess you could consider that an unofficial head-to-head victory over Mackensites. I don't know. And then the pool standings are subject to be overridden by the event director. So I guess maybe that's the 10th tiebreaker. So that's kind of where we sit. But once again, we're going to keep our eyes on that Wolf Electric Wildcats and Mackensites game that's being played on the North Field, which is the field that the Stars played on yesterday, as the Stars take the field here. And we'll go through the lineup here as we're a couple moments away from the first pitch here at the Olathe Sports Facility South Field here in Olathe, Kansas, about a 9-mile drive from the team hotel. And, man, I've been to a lot of places here today with a lot of time off between last night's game and having the 2 late games tonight. It gave me a chance to check out the area and And it's an outstanding city, or I should say multiple cities. You can drive to like 4 different cities in about 9 minutes, it seems like. So it's a pretty busy place down here today. Once again, 84 degrees under a sunny sky. Will stay sunny until sunset at 8:45 today here. So with that in mind, we go to the top of the first inning here. And it'll be Chase McAleer leading things off here for strike zone. And on the mound pitching is Jacob Jarashevsky, and McAleer will foul that one away for strike 1. Around the bases for the Stars, Andy Mock at first, Kobe Send at second, Easton Rarick the shortstop, Eli Mock at third, and you got Tate Gustafson behind the plate catching. The outfield here after the 0-1, and that one is chipped away foul, and it's 0-2. In the outfield, you got Caden Graff in left, Ethan Claus in right, and Colton Almy in center field. Now one comes across for a ball, so I got to get my scoreboard reset here. If you see each team getting a 1-0 lead periodically, that's my scoreboard resetting here. So 2 balls and 2 strikes the count here to McAleer. 2 fouled away pitches and 2 and a strikeout. That is out number 1, and that will retire McAleer and bring up Justin Jardin. That one's popped up and fouled away over our broadcast station here. Once again off the first base line. That's where the power outlet is in the first base dugout. Stars the home team here in this game. They'll be the visiting team on the scoreboard in the next game against Wildcats. Wolf Electric Wildcats, I believe is what they're called, if I remember from memory there. Once again, Justin Jardin, the batter here for strike zone. On deck is Dakota Schick. And the pitch from, got him swinging. That's strike 3, excuse me. And that's out number 2. So 2 away now. Apparently had to reset more on our scoreboard there. That one's going to be popped up, going to right field, and did he make the catch? I don't think he did. Ethan Claus making a diving attempt there in right field, but couldn't quite make it. It'll drop for a strike instead as it goes foul. So that makes the count 1-1. And that one will just miss a little low for a ball from Jarashevsky. Now miss outside for a ball, and I believe it's 3-1. We'll see if the official gives us a confirmation. Once again, there's no scoreboard here to double check with, so And that one cranked straight away center field, and that one's going to go all the way to the fence. It's going to be good for at least a double, and that's exactly what will happen there. So that is Justin Jardin hitting a double to center field, and that'll bring up the next batter here, Dakota Schick. First hit of the game, runner on second. Gonna make an adjustment to our camera here as there we go. Now I think this is gonna work as I was hoping it would. So Jaroszewski delivers, and that one will be picked up by Jaroszewski, and he'll run it over to first, and that will retire the side. They get a hit, but nothing across, and they leave one on base. And now the Stars are up to bat when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Be right back.
Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the first. Tate Gustafson up to bat here for the Post 400 Stars. We'll go around the bases here for strike zone in a moment. That one hit up high. A high launcher into right field, and it's over the fence and foul. So that'll be good for strike one. Saw a 2-run homer from Evan Erickson yesterday for the Stars. He shot it over left field here, and now Gustafson with a shot that went at least 330 feet, but drifted foul. That one popped up, drift foul, good for strike two. So 2 fouled away pitches, and it's 0-2 here for Gustafson. Mason Davenport stands 6'8". He is on the mound. There are 2 number 18s, and I asked how you could tell the difference, and he said one's really tall and one's really short. So that's Mason Davenport on the mound for strike zone, as he'll foul that one away and keep it an 0-2 count. And that one's low, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. And then you have Dakota Schick behind the plate. Around the bases, Zeke Reason at first, Ryan Hercules at second, Chase McAleer at shortstop, Justin Jardin at third. Looks like I'm missing a left fielder on my lineup here. So Jaden Snyder is in right, Richard Tomlinson is in center, and we'll find out who's in left here sooner than later for you. That one's fouled away, and it'll remain a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Zach Bryant will be the left fielder. That's the one that I missed. And that one's going to center field. And drifting back there is McAleer, the shortstop, to make the grab, and that's one away. And that'll bring up Easton Rarick to the plate here for the Stars. Update from the other game, Wolf Electric Wildcats and McInsight still tied at 0 in the top of the second, so we'll keep you up to date on that game. That's a game that we'll want to keep our eyes on for sure. Ideally, you'd like to see, if you're a Stars fan, you'd like to see McInsights lose, but there are some benefits if they win too, because then there would be the possibility of a two-way tie at first instead of a two-way tie at second. So all depends on how you look at it. It's 1-2, I believe, and that's a strikeout. Goes down looking. So Gustafson will go down window shop, or check that. Easton Rarick will go down window shopping for the second out. That brings up Kobe Sen, who had a couple of nice innings pitching there. He'll ground out to Hercules at second. Hercules will toss it to Reason for the third out. Now end the first inning of play. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Back with the second right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back. Top of the second. Still scoreless here between the Stars and strike zone. As Kobe Sen would ground out on a 4-3 to end the first inning of play there for the Post 400 Stars. And now we'll see batters 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup here for strike zone. It'll be Zeke Reason leading things off. He'll be followed by Jaden Snyder and then Ryan Hercules in the 7 spot of the lineup. Jacob Jaroszewski will toss pitch 13 here to start the inning. Once again, Gustafson catching Andy Mock at first, Kobe Sen at second, Easton Rarick, the shortstop, Eli Mock at third, and then Caden Graff in left, Ethan Claus in right, Colton Almy in center field for the Post 400 Stars. And as we go to the top of the second now, it's 0-0 on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard, and here's Zeke Reason. And the windup from Jaroszewski, and Reason will drill that foul down the third baseline for a strike, and it's 0-1. Well, kudos to Strike Zone. Their coach was busy coaching their 17U team on the other field, and they helped me out. There was a few missing jersey numbers, and they helped me out, and I went through names, and they're like, this guy's killing it. I didn't get a single one of them wrong, so pretty pumped up about that. Usually I get a couple wrong in a long list, but not too many hard names, only a couple, but the couple that were tricky, I nailed it on the first attempt, they said, so that's pretty awesome. They're a good group of kids. That one's up high into the backstop. I believe it's 2-1. I missed the previous pitch, so. Once again, we're on the south field here at the Olathe Sports Facility here in Olathe, Kansas. They played on the north field yesterday, and they'll play both games on this field today, which is awesome because I don't have to move over to the other field. Done that once in our long history of games where we started a game on one field and finished the same game on a different field due to an issue in the pitching with the pitcher's play. This one down third, a couple of hops. It's scooped up by Mock. He'll fire it across in time to Andy Mock for the out. Or no, he ran out the throw, so no out, and he'll get a single out of that one. It'll be an infield single. Eli Mock kind of waiting for the ball. Maybe if he would have charged in a little bit, and then he probably could have got the extra step he needed to beat the runner on the throw, but not this time around. So Reason on with an infield hit. And that brings up Jaden Snyder. And Snyder will foul the first one back for strike one. Well, bonus of today is there's no field behind me to have to worry about foul balls. Where on the first base line on the north field, you have to worry about anything that goes over the Stars dugout here on the south field. And there's another one fouled back, and it's a quick 0-2 count here to Jaden Snyder. Well, we spent a little money on some shade, and it's sort of working, but yeah, we'll still have to work on a couple kinks with it. It was more for the equipment and less for me, because if the equipment gets hot, there's no chance of doing the game in full. As we'll have another hit here to left field and head first into third, and he is safe. So runners on the corners with nobody out. That brings up I think it's the second baseman, Ryan Hercules. Jershevsky will deal a strike to Hercules, and it's 0-1. Once again, runners on the corners. You got Zeke Reason on third, Jaden Schneider, on first. And Hercules, the batter, with Zach Bryant on deck. Hercules, number 7 in the lineup here for strike zone. And the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and that's 0-2 now. Jershevsky will get the signal from Gustafson. Take a quick glance at first. Glance at first once again. Now he'll wind up, deliver the 0-2, and Hercules belts that one into right field. Coming in to score from third is Reason, and strike zone takes a 1-0 lead on an RBI single by Hercules that pushes Snyder up to second. And it's 1-0 strike zone with the lead now here in the top of the second. That's their third hit of the game. And now we'll have a visit to the mound here early on in the second inning for the Post 400 Stars. That gives us an opportunity to take a peek in at the other game here. And looks like Wolf Electric Wildcats and McInsight still tied at 0 in the top of the third. Once again, it's a game that we'll be playing the Wolf Electric Wildcats next. They're number 1 in pool play. We're number 2. Mackensites is number 3 in pool play in Pool B right now. So that's a pretty important game right there. Right now, if the 0-0 holds and this 1-0 holds, then Stars and Mackensites would flip-flop the 2 and 3 spots in the standings. So we'll see if Jarevshevsky can throw a couple of strikes coming out of the meeting here. Zach Bryant is the batter. The runners on first and second. Snyder on second, Hercules on first. And that pitch just a little high, and it's ball 1. One ball, no strike. As Jareshevsky will glance at second a couple of times, wind up, deliver the pitch, and it'll drop low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes here to Zach Bryant. Blake Dodson is on deck. Bryant 8, Dodson 9 in the lineup here for strike zone. Jareshevsky now with pitch 25. And he delivers it down Main Street for strike 1. 2-1 the count. And that one's hit up high arcing to left field. And getting underneath it, there's Caden Graff. He'll make the grab, and the runners will go back to their original bases, and that's 1 away. So fly out to left. Runners stay at first and second. It brings up batter number 9 in the lineup, Blake Dodson. Here with 1 away in the top of the second. Now comes in for a strike. It's 0-1 now here to Dodson. The Stars were down yesterday, and they were able to battle back, take the lead, and then did they get them? They did. So you get strike 2 on Dodson, and then you throw out Snyder at second for the second out. So that leaves 1 on base, Hercules on first. That one's popped up and foul, but and making a diving attempt there. And not making the grab was Andy Mock. So it'll stay an 0-2 count here. And did he get him? They did. He'll strike him out, and that will end the top half of the second. So they hold strike zone to 1 run, and they also leave 1 stranded on base. Hercules on first, and now we go to the bottom of the second when we return after this break here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We'll be right back.
Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the second. Update from the Northfield. Wolf Electric Wildcats now lead Mackensites 1-0 in the top of the third. So that puts the Stars back in second place if that score were to hold. And this one finds a short little gap in right center. Just past, or left center, excuse me, just past the shortstop. It's good for a base hit single for Evan Erickson. So Stars get their first hit of the game here in the bottom of the second. That brings up Caden Graff. Caden Graff robbed of a home run at Jack Brown Stadium on opening night due to the extended higher up wall of the and I believe it's 1-1. I know it's at least one ball. And that one drilled to straightaway center, and the Stars have got the bats going here in the second inning of play. And they got 2 runners on and nobody out, and now bring up Colton Almy. So Evan Erickson pushed up to second now. Colton Almy. Six for 9 on his plate appearances this season here on Magnitude. And I think he went through with the swing. He did. That'll be good for a strike. It's 1-1, I believe, here to Colton Almy. So we're 27 minutes into the ball game. And a strike down the middle for strike number 3. So it's a strikeout as he goes down looking. That brings up Andy Mock. As we have 1 out now here with 2 runners on. Eli Mock is on deck. Andy Mock representing batter number 7 in the lineup here for Post 400. And the pitch. Just a little high, ball 1. The 6'8" Mason Davenport has now tossed 18 pitches, 13 strikes, 5 balls, according to my unofficial numbers. Pitch 19 is in for a strike, and it's 1-1. And that one a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike now here to Andy Mock. Once again, Eli Mock on deck. And that'll be strike 2. No runners left on base so far for the Stars. And that grounder will sneak its way into right field. Rounding third is Evan Erickson, and he will come in to score, and feet first slide. And that's going to be an RBI double for Andy Mock that pushes Caden Graff to third, and the game is now tied at 1-1. That is the third hit of the game here for the Stars. And that one fouled back into the backstop for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Eli Mock. Ethan Claus on deck here for the Stars. 1 away with runners on second and third. Andy Mock on second, Caden Graff on third. Eli Mock, the batter, with a 1-1 count, and make it 2-1. And that pitch will miss for ball 3. Just a little too far inside, maybe a little high too. Let's see what Davenport does here on the 3-1. Got him swinging. It's 3-2 now on a full count. And runner will score. And it is now 2-1 in favor of the Stars. So I'll put runners on the corners here on first and third. Bring up the new batter, number 9 in the lineup, Ethan Claus. And it's now a 2-1 game in favor of the Stars here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss by Claus for strike 1. That one is going into left center. All the way back, and it is to the fence. 2 runs are going to score, and a head-first slide by Claus into third. It is a 2-run triple for Ethan Claus, and that brings us back to the top of the order for Tate Gustafson. Now both teams have 4 hits, and Gustafson flied out to the shortstop McAleer last time he was at the plate. As we now have batters appearing at the plate for the second time for both teams now. 32 minutes into the ball game here in the bottom of the second. The Stars leading 4-1, and Gustafson reaches base via hit by a pitch. And now they'll put runners on the corners here, and Schick is going to have a couple of words of wisdom with Davenport here as he gets ready to face Tate Gustafson, or check that, Easton Rarick, excuse me. Easton Rarick got caught window shopping last time he was at the plate. He's 0 for 1. So once again, you got runners on the corners here for the Stars. And the pitch will just miss for a ball. It's 0-1, or 1-0, excuse me. Kobe Sen is on deck. Only 1 out, so if no double plays occur, we'll see Kobe Sen next. And now the runner will take off. Gustafson to second. He's in safely. So 2 runners in scoring position now. Pitch comes in for a ball. It's 2-0. And a base hit can make it 6-1. If Ray can get a good pitch and get some distance on it. So second and third here for the Stars. That one will find its way to center field. Rounding third for the Stars is Ethan Claus, and Gustafson will come in from second as well. And it is now 6-1 on a 2-hit single for Easton Rarick. Or a 1-hit single, 2 runs is what I meant to say. But I think you knew that. And now that'll bring up Kobe Sen. And Sen will take the first pitch high into center field. And it'll drop. It'll drop for a hit. So it'll be a single. And the Stars are cruising right now. So you got Easton Rarick on second, Kobe Sen on first, and now it's Evan Erickson who hit a single earlier this inning. He hit a 2-run homer to left field yesterday, and that will be another one. It'll drop, and it'll be not picked up by Hercules, the second baseman. That'll be the first error of the game. So they'll load the bases here as Erickson reaches on the error. And now the bases are loaded for Caden Graff, who singled out into center field his last time at bat. And this one comes in a little bit. It was a low knee level strike. We'll call it that. 0-1. And this one took a sharp hop right in front of the base, and it gets over the glove of Hercules. 2 runs will score. Easton Rarick and Kobe Sen from third and second, respectively. And I believe that it was kind of a high ball. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check the official stats if they'll record that as a hit or an error. Could go either way. But it's an 8-run inning here for the Stars. I don't know, from my vantage point, it was my view is partially blocked by this post here in front of me, but I think it hopped over Hercules, and I don't think he got his glove on it, but I'm checking the official stats here to see if to see what they put on there, and they charged it as a hit, so we'll put it on our scoreboard as a hit as well. So the Stars now have 8 runs on 8 hits and 1 strike zone error. And that pitch comes in for a strike. The batter is Caden Graff, I believe. No, check that. It's Colton Almy. That one's popped up, fouled away. Nobody will make a play on that, and it's 0-2. So runners on first and second. You got first and third, excuse me. Evan Erickson on third, Caden Graff on first, and Colton Almy, the batter, facing an 0-2 count. Did he check his swing? He did, and it's a ball. It's 1-2. That one's popped up, and it will stay in play, and it's a chance. No, it will not be a chance. The Schick maybe lost it in the sun and couldn't make the grab. So remain 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Colton Almy. That one's high and inside, and Schick stands up quick. But the runners will stay where they're at. That evens the count at 2-2. And that one smoked to right field, and it dropped on the line, and it's fair. Just barely fair, though. Or are they changing their mind? Yeah, I think the official just decided to call that one foul, so everybody will retreat back to their original positions there. It was really close. It looked like, from my vantage point, that it dropped right on the line, but it may have been a little bit to the right of the line. And the official had that look straight down the line, so he had a better look than I did, so we'll go with the fouled away pitch, and it'll remain 2-2. And he'll reach for this one, foul the way into the near side first base fence, and it'll remain 2-2. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8th pitch of the at-bat here for Colton Almy. He's fouled away 5 of those 8. Once again, runners on the corners. You got Evan Erickson on third. And you got Caden Graff on first. That one high, right field, and charging in on the run, making the catch is Snyder. And he'll toss it back into the infield here. And tagging and scoring is Erickson, and it's 9-1. So it'll be a sac fly for Almy, scoring Erickson from third. Caden Graff will stay at first, and now it's Andy Mock at the plate. He doubled into right field his last at bat here, as I believe Andy Mock brings us to round 2 for the Stars here in the bottom of the second. And now a quick snap throw up to first, and the tag is applied, but he is safe. Once again, they've scored, I believe, 8 of the 9 runs on 1 out. And now he'll be walked. Now puts runners on first and second as we reach the 43-minute mark of the ball game here in the bottom of the second. And it's all Stars at the moment, 9-1. Eli Mock reached base on a drop third strike that also scored a run earlier this inning. That pitch will come in for a strike, and it's 0-1 here to Eli Mock. And strike 2. So back-to-back strikes here thrown by Davenport on the mound for strike zone. That one will miss for a ball. Is Mock able to hold back his swing? I don't know what the Stars had for breakfast this morning, but they should eat it every game day. That one's fouled away here. It'll remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one will skip low for a ball. 2-2. And that one over the pitcher, and they'll get the force out at second, and that will end the inning. I guess there was 2 outs, and there was. I just forgot to hit the button. So we'll go to the end of the second inning now, top of the third, and the Stars, 9 runs on 8 hits, no error, 1 strike zone error, and they leave 2 on base here in the bottom half of the second. The third coming up next here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back. Top of the third. 9-1 in favor of the Stars. They have 8 hits and 1-4-1 for strike zone. So Eli Mock officially reaches base on a fielder's choice as they get the force out on Andy Mock at second. So that leaves 2 on base. And now this is Chase McAleer, 0 for 1, struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. As we go to the top of the third. Wolf Electric and McInsights tied at 1-1. Here's a grounder to Sen, who'll fire it into the glove of Mock for the 4-3 ground out. And that is out number 1 of the inning here for strike zone. Once again, tied 1-1 between Wolf Electric Wildcats and McInsights over on the north field. That one is currently in the bottom of the 4th. Keep you up to date on that as that one continues to update. Strike coming in there from Jaroszewski on McAleer, and it's 0-1, I believe. I don't think I missed a pitch. Maybe I did. That one fouled into the backstop for strike 2. That one will miss outside for a ball. See if we get official count from the official here. I believe it's 1-2. And it most likely is, if he's like most other officials that I know. They only put up the signal if there's a chance that will change something here. A fly out to center, more than likely, as Almy makes the grab, and that's out number 2. And McAleer's retired, bringing up Justin Jardin. Jardin doubled to center field on his last at the last trip to the plate, is what I'm trying to say. I believe that missed for a ball. It's 1-0. Check that. This is Dakota Schick, not Justin Jardin. And that one is almost into my left hand, and I'll be fouled away for a strike. My arm is about 7 inches longer. I would have had that one. That one high for ball 2. Jaroszewski now at 38 pitches. 25 of them have been recorded as strikes. So you'll get the signal here from Gustafson. Set, wind up, deliver the 2-1. I'll skip over the plate for a ball. 3-1. It's actually 3-2, full count. And this one is going to right field, but foul. So remain 3-2. Once again here at the south field, it's the same as the north field. 320 down the left and right field lines. 390 straightaway center field here at the south field at Olathe Sports Facility. That'll be a walk, puts a runner on base, and brings up Richard Tomlinson. Tomlinson grounded out to Jaroszewski on a 1-3 his last time at the plate. It was a little blooper that Jaroszewski ran about 3/4 of the way to first before he would flip it into the glove of Andy Mock. And that one fouled into the plate for a strike. It's 0-1. I want to say hi to Jeff watching back home in Fargo, and I promise you, I will do the same thing tomorrow that I did today, depending on what time the games are. If the games are early in the morning, I may not have a chance to do that, but let's hope they play 3 o'clock or later tomorrow, and then I can do that. One and one the count here to Tomlinson. On deck is Zeke Reason. Tomlinson, batter number 4 in the lineup here for strike zone. And the pitch, and that one popped up. That could be a chance there for Mock. And it will actually be Easton Rarick who will move over and get the catch, and that will end the top half of the third. 9-1, Stars lead, and strike zone leaves one on base here on the pop out to Easton Rarick, the shortstop, and that'll bring up 9-1-2 for the Stars. Ethan Claus, Tate Gustafson, Easton Rarick due up here when we return in the bottom of the third right after this here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back. 9-1 Stars as we take a peek in at the North Field here. We'll get an update from the Mackensites and Wolf Electric Wildcats game. And that game is still tied 1-1 in the top of the 5th inning. So, no winner decided there yet. Now, in pool play, the games are allowed to end in a tie. And so I guess a tie could be absolutely outstanding here, especially if the Stars can hang on to this 9-1 lead that they have here in the bottom of the 3rd. Found that out yesterday after I talked to one of the coordinators here at the Olathe Sports Complex after last night's game, which it ended in a tie in the 7th inning at 6-6. Thought for a moment maybe they called it due to the thunderstorm that rolled into the area. But there's also a time limit on the games too, so it's possible that they could have played the 8th inning if it was still within the time limit. I'm not sure what that time limit is. I didn't read anything on the rules when I was researching all the rules, regulations, and tiebreakers of this tournament here. I would have to guess the time limit's probably right around 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. I'm not 100% sure, but that'll be a walk, and that'll put Ethan Claus on base, who had hit a triple to the all the way to the fence in left center last time he was at the plate. And now let's take Gustafson. His 3rd trip to the plate today. A fly out to McAleer, the shortstop, and then he was hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate. Takes this pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors, including Healing Touch Chiropractic, Dr. Tiffany Johnson in West Fargo, alongside our friend Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union, Network Center, and a whole bunch of others. And we certainly appreciate all the support. The drop strike will allow Ethan Claus to get to second on a stand-up steal. And I said drop strike, but I'm pretty sure it goes into the books as a ball. And that one's up high, and I believe it's 2-1. We'll see if the umpire agrees with me or not. And he has not given any confirmation at this time. So go with 2-1 until otherwise informed. And that one, he got a piece of that one. And it's now 2-2. Nobody out. Ethan Claus on second. Gustafson 2-2. Easton Rarick on deck. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And a drop strike, and he'll get tagged out. And that will end the at-bat for Gustafson. And that's one away now. And that brings up Easton Rarick. Struck out his first time, then he singled over the glove of Ryan Hercules, the second baseman, into right field on his most recent trip to the plate. As Davenport will step off, that'll force Claus to touch up on second. And that one fouled back and not quite into the other field. Pitch comes in as a ball, and okay, so if the Stars play at 8 a.m. tomorrow, I'll do what I did today tonight, if that helps. That one popped up, fouled away, third base line. Running after is the third baseman, but he won't get there in time. And it'll drop for for a strike to make it 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Easton Rarick. And this one hit, and it'll get by a diving Hercules. And he is going to step on the brakes, or step on the gas to go into second. And that will allow Ethan Claus to score at second. So Rarick will flip-flop positions with Claus, and it's now 10-1 in favor of Post 400. It's an RBI double for Ethan Claus. Or, I'm sorry, an RBI double for for Easton Rarick. And that one is going to shallow right. And now the throw comes back into home, and that'll hold Rarick at third. So now you got runners on the corners with one away as we hit the 1 hour mark of the ball game here. This is Kobe Sen. And no, it's not. It's Evan Erickson, excuse me. And now coming in from third is Rarick. And he will score, and it's 11-1. That one will advance Kobe Sen to third. I think I got everything up to date here. Let me double check the official stats. Yep, sure do. Everything you see on your screen there matches up with the official stat keeper, and with the exception of the ball strike count. I missed that last pitch there. That one comes inside. I believe it's 2-1 to Evan Erickson, who's 1 for 2, single and reached base on an error on his 2 trips to the plate today so far. Once again, the Stars will have the Wolf County Wildcats. Wolf Electric Wildcats. Coming up in the second game here today. Take a peek in at that game shortly to give you an update on it here. And he'll frame that one in for strike 3, excuse me. So Erickson goes down looking, and now Caden Graff 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. 1 to center field, 1 to right field. We'll see if he can go 3 for 3, and he does not this time. Hercules makes the grab. An impressive one there, one he's tried to make on a couple of occasions, and this one ended up in his glove. And that will end the third inning of play. 9 in the second, 2 in the third, to the fourth we go. As Caden Graff will line drive out to the second baseman Hercules, and it'll be Zeke Reason, Jaden Snyder, and Ryan Hercules. Batters 5, 6, and 7 strike zone on the top of the fourth when we return after this here on Magnitude. Be right back.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. Top of the fourth. 11 runs on 9 hits. Check that. Yeah, 11 runs on 10 hits, excuse me. And 3 left on base on 1 strike zone error. As we reach the 1 hour, 4 minute mark of the ball game. This will be Zeke Reason stepping up to the plate here to start the top of the 4th for strike zone. And he will get that over the head of Easton Rarick into the shallow gap in center field. That's good for a base hit and a single. Puts the runner on, and now bring up Jaden Snyder. So a nice hit there by Zeke Reason. That's their 5th hit of the game, and now we'll see what Snyder can do. He singled down the third base line into left field on his last trip to the plate, which was in the first inning of play, if memory serves me correctly. That one will skip into the dirt. Nice job there by Gustafson to keep that in front of him and run up to it quickly. As a result, Reason has no reason to go to second, and I did not do that on purpose. Miss for a ball. It's 1-1 now here to Snyder. Once again, he singled down the third base line. 1 hour, 6 minutes into the ball game here. Jaroszewski on pitch 48 coming up here. So he's almost at the half-century mark here. And time is called by Snyder. He'll step out of the box and take a swing or two and step back in. Pitch 48 coming up here for Jaroszewski. He'll glance at first, deliver the pitch, low for a ball, and it's 2-1. Jaroszewski only with 2 strikeouts. Everything else has been ground outs or pop outs. And there will be a walk. And he's had a couple of those here in this game as well. So I'll put 2 runners on now, and that brings up Ryan Hercules. Hercules singled into right field on his lone trip to the plate so far today, and we'll see what he can do this time around. And the pitch, high and tight inside for a ball, 1-0. And now post 400 will have a visit at the mound here. Coach will come out as well. 2 runners on, nobody out, and that will be the reason here for the visit. They'll do some talking, get some strategy here to see what they can do to get an out or 2 on the board and prevent any runs from scoring. Even with the 11-1 lead here, they don't want to give up a second run because currently the other game is still tied at 1-1 at last check. I apparently lost that. It says access denied here. Let's try and start over from the beginning, and I'll try and get the actual score for you. And this one hit right field once again. And a run will score. That is Zeke Reason coming in from second. And you got runners on second and third now on the RBI double by Ryan Hercules. And that brings up Zach Bryant. So Jaroszewski will look at second, deliver the pitch in high for a ball, 1-0 here to Zach Bryant. It's still tied 1-1 between Mackensites and Wolf Electric Wildcats. That game in the top of the sixth presently. A win here and a tie there would benefit the Stars. I believe potentially move them into first in pool play. Because if that game ends in a tie, then you have three teams in Pool B that have at least one tie. And then you have Strike Zone here that would be winless at the moment. I believe they have one more game tonight, so we'll see if they can pick up a win here in this tournament. Zach Bryant, the batter. He was 0 for 1, flied out to Caden Graff and left on his last at bat. Now come in for a strike. It's at least 1-1, but I'm pretty sure I missed a pitch, so 3-1, okay. Now on, smoked into left center. Rounding or coming in from third is Snyder to score. And now runners on the corners here for Strike Zone as they get their 7th hit of the game, and it's now 11-3. And Jaroszewski will walk back to the mound here. He'll face, I believe it's Blake Dotson at in the box. Dotson struck out window shopping last time he was at the plate. So you got Zach Bryant on first, Ryan Hercules on third, and now we have another visit to the mound. And I'm wondering here what the strategy is from coach, because will he pull Jaroszewski? Yes, he will. He will not hesitate. He's like, we need to make a change here and keep this game how it was going prior to the change. So we'll see who they bring in next, and here he comes. So Jaroszewski's day comes to an end with 57 pitches. .33 strikes, 24 balls unofficially, 1 hour and 13 minutes. Played three and, he played 3 innings of pitching. Jacob Top will be the new pitcher here for the Stars. It's the first time that we've seen him. I believe he's been brought up from the Astros last year, if memory serves me correctly. Maybe I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I apologize for that. But Jacob Top will be the new pitcher here as he warms up. Jarevshevsky will be responsible for Ryan Hercules on third and Zach Bryant on first. Everything after that will be in the books for Jacob Top. So still 2 runners on with nobody out as Top continues to warm up here for the Stars. So to reset, you got Ryan Hercules on third, Zach Bryant on first, and Blake Dotson is the batter. Blake Dotson, batter number 9 in the lineup, and then Top will face the top of the order with 1 and 2, unless some double plays happen between now and then. I'll have a 1 or 2 warm-up pitches left here, and still in the top of the 6th. Wildcats and Mackensites are tied at 1-1. Looks like, as I look over, it looks like the Wildcats are up to bat presently. And that would make sense because they are the visiting team in that game. So, yep, top of 6, and the Wildcats are batting, tied 1-1 with Mackensites. So, return to action now here as the official will give the lineup back here to the coach. And so nobody out, runners on the corners. Stars have allowed 2 runs to come in this inning. And now Jacob Top will take over to face Blake Dotson. Once again, Jarevshevsky struck out Dotson on his last at bat. And showing bunt, and a nice bunt down the first base line. Top picks it up, fires it over in time for the out. Hercules will come in to score from third, but they will trade the run for an out. And now we have runners on first and second as a result. So a nice bunt there by Dotson down the first base line. And this is Chase McAleer, 0 for 2, struck out and a fly out to center field on his last at bat. All right, wait. It's actually somebody else here. They made a switch on us, so I'll see if I can get the, oh no, it is McAleer, never mind, my apologies. Thought he was a little taller last time he stepped up to the plate, but maybe not, so. So once again, the runner on second is Zach Bryant. That pitch comes in for a ball, I believe. And Top delivers, a little low. And it's ball 2 now here to McAleer. And that one swung, skimmed it off the bottom of his bat into the chest protector of Gustafson. I'll go into the books as a strike. Top will glance at Bryant on second, deliver the pitch. Fouled away, and now the count is even at 2-2. Top winds up. Inside, throw back up to second. Nobody's there. The ball's going to go into center field, but Zach Bryant taking more of his energy to get back to second. Won't be able to take advantage of that, and a lucky break there for the Stars. So that'll be a strikeout for Top on McAleer, and that'll bring up Justin Jardin. A double to center and a fly out to center in that order on his 2 trips to the plate. And there's now 2 out here. And he'll be hit by a pitch, so that'll put 2 runners on as Jardin will reach base. And that'll bring up Dakota Schick. 0 for 1, ground out and a walk in that order. Zach Bryant trying to make it to third, but the umpire telling him to go back. Do not pass second. You can fill in the blanks after that if you want. So Top with 1 strikeout now. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game for the Stars. And there's a nice pitch down the middle for strike 1 against Schick. And now throw out to second, and he'll be back in time there. Nice job by Rarick to make sure that ball goes into his glove. The pitch came across as a strike, and it's 0-2 now here to Schick. Gustafson showing off his arm there on those last couple of pickoff attempts. On deck is Tomlinson if Schick can reach base. As Top glances at second, then first, winds up, delivers the pitch, and that one gloved by Rarick. He'll fire it over to first, and that's the final out. Rarick to mock on the 6-3, and that ends the top half of the 4th, but strike zone does push 3 across the plate. They pull within 7. It's 11-4 here on Magnitude. Heading to the bottom of the 4th, the Stars up to bat when we return after this here on Magnitude.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just GoPromo. Visit justgopromo.com.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 4th. Pending changes, there'll be Colton Almy, Andy Mock, and Eli Mock. Batters 6, 7, and 8 for the Stars as we hit the 1 hour 23 mark of this game. Update from the North Field. Bottom of the 6th, it's still tied 1-1 between the Wolf Electric Wildcats and Mackensites. So if that score holds, and this score holds, there'll be 3 teams in Pool B with a tie on their record. And that would actually benefit the Stars, considering that they have the 11-4 lead here over strike zone. So Stars, with this win here, and assuming that that game ends in a tie, would be in second place still because of the fact that Mackensites hasn't scored 4 runs against the Wildcats yet. So we'll see how that one shakes out. We'll see how this one shakes out here. There's, like I said, there's about 9 different tiebreakers to keep track of. So I'm maybe an error on some of what I just said, but we're just going to assume the worst case scenario. And that'll be a shot to second that drops for a single. As Tomlinson, not enough speed to get underneath that one, and that'll be another hit, puts the runner on. And that brings up Andy Mock. A double and a walk takes this pitch for a strike. Andy Mock 1 for 1 officially. That one's popped up, and that'll be fouled away. And that one takes a high skip off the front of the plate. Colton Almy thought about going to third, but he'll be satisfied for second. So here reach on that pass ball / wild pitch, and it is still Davenport on the mound here for strike zone. He is at the 77 pitch mark, 49 strikes and 28 balls for the 6'8" Davenport. And he'll toss ball 29 there. It's 1-2 now. Here to Andy Mock. And the 1-2 pitch. Mock rifles it right field and drifting foul. So remain 1-2 on the fouled away pitch by Mock. That one will miss outside. Ball 2, count level now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 80 pitches, 50 strikes, 30 balls. 1 hour, 27 minutes into the ball game. Eli Mock on deck, and it's a caught foul tip for the out. All right, so Almy advances up to third now. This is Eli Mock. I believe it's 0-1. That one pops straight up and out of play, and that will drop right in front of us here. That one, a little blooper that drops, and he will get the, it'll be a 5-3. Justin Jardin over to Zeke Reason for the throw out number 2. That brings up Ethan Claus, batter number 9 in the lineup. And we'll see if Claus can drive in Colton Almy, who's standing on third base right now. He tripled to the left center field fence, and then he walked. And this time, that one's going to go foul. And this one grounded to short. And they got him. And that will end the inning. A 6-3 ground out to McAleer. Stars are goose egg here in the bottom of the fourth, but they still lead 11-4. We'll get you an update on the other game here when we return after the break on Magnitude. Be right back.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back. Still 1-1 between the Wildcats and Mackensites over on the North Field. They're in the top of the 7th inning right now, so that game getting a little bit closer to ending in a potential tie, which would benefit the Stars more so than if Mackensites were to win that game. At least I think. It would depend if they were to win the game by like 2-1, it would still benefit the Stars. But if they could blow out a half an inning and pick up about 5 runs or something like that, then it would be better off for the Stars if that game ended in a tie. So. Top of the 5th now. It's 11-4. And this is Richard Tomlinson for strike zone. He'll be followed by Zeke Reason, and then batter number 6 in the lineup is Jaden Snyder. Jacob Top, 10 pitches, 7 strikes, 3 balls. Here's pitch 11, 1 hour and 31 minutes into the ball game. He'll wind up and deliver, and that one's fouled off for strike 1. And the 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss, strike 2. And that'll be a swing and a miss for a strikeout. Tomlinson goes down swinging for strikeout number 1, or out number 1, I should say, and that brings up Zeke Reason, who's 2 for 2 against Jarevshevsky with 2 singles, one down the third base line, and then one that slipped past Easton Rarick at short into shallow left center. It just went over his head. Had Easton Rarick been about 3 inches taller, he might have been able to snag that one. Here's the pitch from Top. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Some nice pitching here from Jacob Top so far as he approaches pitch number 15. He's recorded 11 strikes on 14 pitches so far. So we hit the 1 hour, 33 minute mark of the ball game. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled away, and it will be oh and 2 now. It looks like the Wildcats just scored over on the other field. Oh, maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't because they're walking. We'll get you an update on that game as soon as possible here. So Jaden Snyder up to the plate now. That pitch comes in for a strike. Nope, they got him out. Still tied 1-1 going into the bottom of the 7th between the Wolf Electric Wildcats and Mackensites. So one last chance here for Mackensites, who's the home team on the scoreboard, to try and win it in the bottom of the 7th. They had that opportunity against the Stars yesterday, and then they couldn't get the job done, and the game would end in a 6-6 tie. So Mackensites looking with potential of 2 ties on their record in pool play here. a swing and a miss for strike 2. I believe it's 1 and 2 here to Snyder with Ryan Hercules on deck. But Snyder would have to reach base in order to see Hercules. It would be batter number 7 in the lineup if Hercules reaches the batter's box. And the pitch. Top will get it a little bit low. Now level the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, I think. And the 2-2, he'll walk. It was a 3-2, and they'll put a runner on base. That brings up Ryan Hercules, second baseman. 1 for 1, a single down the third base line, and then he was walked last time he was at the plate. Well, so this is the first time that Hercules has faced Jacob Top, so we'll see how Top handles this batter. And right to center field. Colton Almey's underneath it. He makes the grab. That ends the inning. Top half of 5 is done. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and the Stars leading 11-4 on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. We'll be back after this here with more on Magnitude in just a moment.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town and Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town and Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, we have some changes defensively here for strike zone, and so far, no benefit to those defensive changes there. That is Tate Gustafson getting a strong single to right field to kick off the bottom of the 5th. So a hit, runner on first, and now Easton Rarick steps up to bat. The new pitcher here is Chase McAleer. Ryan Hercules moves over to shortstop, and I'm still trying to figure out the second baseman. But everybody else is in their same positions as they started here. Easton Rarick, 2 for 3, struck out, single and a double. Both of them going to right center field. And this pitch misses for a ball, and I believe it's 2-0 here to Rarick. Kobe Sen on deck here for the Stars. So we'll see Sen for sure, and then possibly Evan Erickson after that. And that's a 4-pitch walk. That puts 2 runners on. Brings up Kobe Sen, 2 for 3. Grounded out to second base, then a couple of singles. 1 to right center, 1 to left center. I'm still give you an update on who the second baseman is here as soon as possible. And that one skimmed off the bat. Good for strike 1. No numbers on the front, so still not sure who the second baseman is. And McAleer's pitch will be grounded to third. They'll get the force out at third, and they'll try for the double play, but the throw will go into the ground. And I'm wondering if they might charge that as an error to Jardin at third. Nope, they charged it as a hit, so. Oh, no, they didn't, because I have 12, and that's what the official stats say. This one's going out into, it's dropped by the right fielder. Snyder was there. Rounding third now is Gustafson. Now he's caught in a rundown between third and home. And he will fall down and get tagged out. So that'll be the out number 1. Okay, so they must have charged it as an error. I don't know if they put errors up on the official scoreboard or not, but I'm going to go ahead and make it an error, and I'm also going to give an error to the right fielder on that last play there. So. And the throw to first is off the mark. And now coming home to score is Kobe Sen. Or no, check that. I'm a batter behind here. Or yeah, Kobe Sen, excuse me. I got it right. And it's 12-4. And I believe that is the time limit. I have an hour 41. As the two teams hit the dugout, and the Stars will win it 12-4 here. Yep, that'll be your final score. 12-4. Your final here as the game reaches the time limit. So the Stars improved to 1-0-1 in pool play. Strike zone drops to 0-2 in pool play, and they will await the Wildcats, who are still playing in the bottom of the 7th over on the other field. And we should be back on probably within 15 minutes with game number 2 here on Magnitude Sports. So thanks so much for tuning in. Once again, your final score, Post 400 Stars 12 in the strike zone 4 here on Magnitude. Back in about 15 with game number 2 here on Magnitude Sports. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.